Politricks watch. This is Sir P. Now, today I'm going to be talking about the incident that took place in Clarendon. And not just mention what went down. Not just say, 3-4 people get shot. This something that happened. Again, we have to look back on the bigger picture. Too often we get caught up in a just, right? Who get shot, who run away, right? Who police are look for, and we now look on what fuel the madness. But before we go any further, for my people in Jamaica, I said it before and I'll say it again, these are trying times. I know this whole heap of lockdown business, the big C, right? People are struggling with their mental health. Don't forget, so if upstairs no good, right, the rest of the body not no use. Jamaica is a culture where we don't really dwell on mental health. People don't even acknowledge or respect it. But right now, this whole lockdown business and big C and all kind of things, people who are already on the edge before all of this, right, now them just dangle over the edge now. Them did the right at the edge stand up and I look down, but now people are dangle over. Don't forget your mental health. Look after yourself and look after the people you care about. These are serious times. Anyway, quadruple murder in Clarendon. The victims are Tashana White, her sister Sharona White, Luke Newman, and Michael Salmon. Victims are as young as 19 years old. Scammer beef, scammer madness. The man them run at the property. Take one group, drag them out of the house, carry them going to one next part. So that show you say, them either want information from them or them a look for somebody. And of course, we now get to understand that is a particular individual them a look for. And the victims in this incident were charged for illegal possession of a relative. Scammer madness. But you know it guy already. Can't catch Quaco, catch him shot. And even if you catch Quaco, if they shot the close by, still I get catch too. One set a man them a beef with them. One man them really want to know, but you know so much people end up dead. Not only that, after the man them done drag the people all over the place. I guess they never hear what they want to hear, never see what they want to see. They proceed to take the people them life, execution style, clear rounds in the head. You know that guy already. Put on knee, put on ground. Madness. You will probably see all kind of video. Man I say, right, she did do this and she did do that, him did do this and him did do that. We could talk about what add the fuel to the fire. This whole heap of scamming business. Remember, originally, scammers were the first people them say me bad mind, Even before them say me bad mind artists, them say me bad mind scammer. When the whole lottery scamming thing they take off at Jamaica, and many Jamaicans, especially Jamaicans who have foresight, were saying this I get out of hand. The original pushback was you fight against the man them, your bad mind, you don't want you to have things, left them alone, this and that, even if you entertainers got involved. And as usual, Jamaicans who, as I say, have foresight, intelligent people who understand the culture, understand how it works, and understand how this is going to play out. Instead of going toe to toe with LIQs, them do what them usually do, which is just kiss them teeth and say, alright, you're up on your own. But I didn't really talk about that. See, even though Jamaica is riddled with 16-second sprinters, I mean not talk about the track, people may run on the track. Even though we know Jamaica struggle to deal with the LIQ crisis. There's no vaccine at the moment for the LIQ or LEQs. But I don't want them to feel like say Jamaican have people who have sense, who are intelligent, people who actually mean well for Jamaica. But here what happen? Them people most of them resign themselves to the idea say they might come out on the losing side in terms of the narrative. Because when them say that and then people push back and say, oh you bad man, you fight against scammer, you don't want to use them get rich, then just go, alright, cool, you win and leave it alone. You see, it's very frustrating for people who are, intelligent to get into certain debates where just don't make no sense. And this is not even about people trying to sound like who better than who, that's not the point. But it's a fact. I've seen it my whole life. Enough people just not bother engage in the debate. And if them stay in the debate, them not win, because they clearly have a sharper mind. But because the LIQs are so loud, and the LIQs have the support of, for example, your favorite, social media personality, your favorite celeb, when them join in and the narrative, get 10 times bigger, then people just back down. But over here, so, on this platform, you notice I love to kill narratives. Because they can't make the narrative run free. The idea say people who were worried about scamming did not try bad mind youths. It's ridiculous. This is what people were worried about. Because money cannot help LIQs. Money make LIQs get worse. Money plus acidity equals death and destruction. If Jamaica was a culture and a society where lottery scamming could take place and people just go about their business and don't even notice, you don't never even hear the word scamming. You've heard me say it, I don't think Jamaica is this society that is so law abiding and so righteous that stand fit. Just like how Japan is the home of one of the biggest gangs on planet Earth, the Yakuza. But nobody lose them life at Japan. The Japanese people wake up in the morning, go them work, and they don't say nothing. Because you know why? Groups like the Yakuza can do the same scamming, the same gangster, whatever, without the violence. You see, what separates the 116 from the 90 and the 87 is their propensity for violence. This is why 116 are so hard to catch, because for them crime not so ugly. It's not as in your face. It rarely involves murder. Go watch about that video there. That should be the video you watch the most on this channel to really understand what's going on. It rarely involves murder. Murder, badness, shootings, triple murder, quadruple murder. Those are a 90 and a 87 octanes game. Now the 116 will have the infrastructure to make it possible for the 87 and 90 can acquire certain things for random death and destruction. But there's a key part of this. 116s are generally almost always more intelligent than an 87 or a 90. The Yakuza, the Drangheta, these organizations, they are criminals just like Klansman and Stonecrusher. But they have enough sense to know say, once things get ugly, whichever industry them in, it'll get locked down, it'll get cut off because now the government is forced to act. Jamaican scammers, I get that. Jamaican scammers cannot operate without the violence. Any dispute, here comes the gun. Man owe them something, them gone for him whole family. Man shot them $10,000, him pitney gone missing. It's very ugly. Crime in Jamaica is dominated by LIQs and LEQs, very jumpy. They think about violence first. The organizations that even though they are much bigger, stay under the radar, right, and exist in almost complete peace is because they use violence last, right, if any at all. So people look and say, well, how come somebody not talk about the fact that the monster Yakuza living in Japan? Nobody talk about that, nobody talk about this, nobody talk about that. That's because, in my opinion, people in any nation will go on about their life and let people do what they want to do, so long as the threat of violence, death and destruction are hung over them head. Human beings are wired to survive. Survival are the main instinct. So when you see people that try to clamp down on the scamming industry, understanding your theory 87 and your theory 90, why them quote unquote can't eat a food. I'm not going to talk about eat a food. Originally when me used to hear about the scamming thing, me used to think to myself then people are foreign in a sense. Somebody can send money go and no man and all kind of food. But now me get to understand how the game work. Now me start to see how them target the people them, who them target, them strategies. Right. Me start look on it from the perspective of, then suppose that my granny. My granny who at this stage not 200%. Suppose that our grandpa who not 200%. Would I be looking at and I say, well, I eat that then only if you say no, I wouldn't be saying that, and you wouldn't be saying that. So when I see things like this play out in Clarendon, all over Jamaica, I understand say the chickens come home for roost. The scamming chicken them come home for roost. And they keep coming home. This was never about fighting against the youth and bad minding the youth. It's because people who observe the culture can tell. Say once acidity, once the wrong mindset get money to fuel it, here comes the funerals. But me tell Portland people say, the local money where the man them down there make now one them claim say, man I eat a food, things are going. If it not stop, it'll go backfire in spectacular fashion. Eat a food, fast money, overnight richness, not much going work put in it. When you couple that with a culture like what Jamaica have, it can't end well. Easy come, easy go in the grave. So, I never even want to do this video and focus on the grimy details and who shot who, and I may say she did move over here and indicate. Sometimes we forget about the bigger picture. This time I look on the gas side and not the matches. Them kind of shooting here are the matches. The scamming industry, the culture, the can't catch quacker, the quick fi kill man, quick fi do this. And that are the fuel I throw up on the matches. And then it go poof. And you see stories like this. Anyway, Patreon squad, big up on yourself. PIA, you don't know, more life. Culture squad, stay circling. Bless.